Hello everyone, this is Online Study for You. So today I'm here with an interview experience. One of our candidates who have traveled with us to her success journey is sharing her experience. She have placed in TCS, Infosys and all that. So let's start with her. So welcome Rashida.
Thank you, Deepika.
First of all, congratulations for your success.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so you'll be sharing all your story from the application to the job offer letter. So let me ask from the beginning. So how do you apply? On which month you applied, and how was that process?
Okay, I applied for NQT in the month of July, probably, and after that, in the process of applying, I had to enter my results of diploma, my tenth results, and all that because eligibility criteria was to be checked there, and eligibility criteria was 65%, I think, or 60%. And then after the eligible candidates were allowed to appear in a written NQT test, which was held in the month of October 2020. I got mail about a written exam, which was on 28th October. Actually, my first exam was scheduled on 23rd of October, but due to some network issue or server issue, it could not go well. So again, it was rescheduled for many of the candidates because many of the candidates faced the same issue. So the exam was rescheduled on 28th of October 2020. So I appeared for the exam, and the written exam had five sections. They were five sections of different topics. The first section was verbal ability. It contained 24 questions. And the most important thing was that there was no negative marking in any of the section in the written exam. So I attempted all the questions in all the sections, whether I was confirmed about it or not confirmed, but I attempted all because there was no negative marking. So the first section, verbal ability, contained questions like antonyms, synonyms, passage reading, and passage reading based questions, and questions like finding errors in the parts of sentences, and all like that, or some type of fill in the blanks with the correct words, suitable words, like that. So this was the verbal ability section, and its difficulty level was I can say easy to medium. And the second section was reasoning section. Reasoning section contained 30 questions, approximately 30 questions, and it had questions like fill out next number in the series, or some puzzles like mirror image puzzles, paper folding puzzles, and others like that. This was the reasoning ability section. Its difficulty was also easy to medium, and it had 30 questions, and I attempted all of them. The third section was numerical ability. Numerical ability section contained basically quantitative aptitude questions. I can say that it was totally quantitative aptitude based, like questions on time and work, percentage, profit and loss, permutation and combinations, and other topics that are covered under the quantitative aptitude section. So this section had 26 or 27 questions. I don't remember the exact number of questions. So I attempted all of the questions in this section also. And the next section was coding MCQ that contained Python, Java, or the basic questions of coding MCQ, like finding the error, finding the output, or what should be written. Some lines of code were left blank, and we had to choose from option that what line of code will suit better or best in that particular code. This type of coding questions were there, debugging types, and there were 10 questions only and no negative marking in this section also. So I attempted all. And last round was coding round. It had two questions, two coding questions with a difficulty level of medium. I can say that it's a medium difficulty level question. So I tried both the questions, and I wrote the code for both the questions. But unfortunately, none of my codes compiled due to some technical issue or whatever it was. None of my codes compiled, and so I was unable to submit my codes perfectly. I just submitted it anyway. So after completing this section, this written exam, here the exam was completed. 5 sections were completed. So after this, I was not expecting much because I thought that the coding part has not went well. So uh, I would I was not sure that I will be get selected or not. While other sections were really good for me, I was sure for about 95% questions in each of the section. But the coding part disappointed me. But it was well. Then after some days, the exam was on 20th October, 28th, and then 12 to 13 days later, on 10th November, I got the result from my college training and placement office that I am selected from the written section and I will be having an interview with TCS for Ninja Profile. So I was happy that it was more than my expectation due to the coding part only. So then I started preparing for the interview, and on 27th of November, uh, at night, approximately 10 to 10:30 p.m., I received a mail that you have your interview scheduled tomorrow on 28th of November. That was exact 1 month after my written exam. Written exam was 28th of October, and the interview was on 28th of November. So I was asked to join. I was provided with the link where I had to join, and I joined the link. Then when I joined, I saw that there were 3 panelists there. So now coming to the interview part, there were 3 panelists, and all the rounds, the HR round, all the 3 panelists were taking over the 3 different rounds, but at the same time in the same meeting. So first when I joined, he asked me to show me my identity proof. So I showed him my Aadhaar card, and he took a screenshot of that. And after that, he told the next panelist to carry on. So the next panelist was technical. He was there to take the technical round. So first of all, he asked me to introduce myself. But there was a twist that he didn't ask. He told me that you don't have to introduce yourself as a person. You have to introduce yourself as a BE of as a BE graduate in computer science. That is, you have to introduce yourself based on your projects. So I started introducing myself, and I didn't mention any personal details in that because he had already told me. So I mentioned about my projects and my achievements in the projects and all that. Then there were 3 to 4 projects in my resume. So he chose one of them as per his choice, and then he started asking questions to me about that particular project. He asked me that what was that project, and how did I do that, what was the technology that I used, and all about that. Then he told me, because my project was based on database connectivity. So he asked me to write in the chat window 2 or 3 database SQL commands that I used in my project, relevant to my project. So I wrote whatever he asked me to write, 2 or 3 commands. I wrote that in the chat window, and then he started asking me about other SQL questions, DBMS questions, like he asked me what do we whenever sometimes we write a query inside another query. So what do we call it? I told him that it's called subquery. Then he started going deep into the subquery part, and he asked me what type, how many types of subqueries are there. I told him that there are two types of subqueries basically. Then he asked to write an example of each correlated and non-correlated subquery and all that. He went deep into that and asked me questions, and also to write SQL commands in chat window. Then he asked me some more DBMS questions like what is the difference between DBMS and the file system, and to my surprise, and I am surprised till now that at that time I didn't that thing didn't came in my mind that what file system is. The file system that we read from our diploma time, and at that time it didn't came in my mind. But I just thought that file system, what I thought of file system at that time is, I thought that file system means that we store data in our file in computer, just like Word file or a Notepad file.
Yeah.
So I told him that in a file system, we just store the data in a paragraph way or in a article way. But in DBMS, we can store it in tabular form and we can organize it a better way. But then after the interview, I thought that, oh, it was file system means that traditionally that we physically store the data in a file in the offices.
Hard copies.
Then I yes, hard copy. So it was my mistake. But it was well, the interviewer didn't ask much more about that. Then after he asked some more questions about DBMS and queries and all, and then he moved to other parts, other technologies that I had written in my resume. So I had written on like C++. So he asked questions for related to C++, like what are unions, what are structures, what is the difference between structure and an array. So these were the questions that he asked about C++. And then he moved to next section, that was DS, data structure. So he asked me again. Here was a question in this section, data structure section, that where I was tricked. So here he asked me what is a linked list, that I answered really well, that what is a linked list. But then he asked me that give a real life example of a linked list. So we have always, personally, I have always read about the real life examples of some computer terminologies like deadlock and all, but I had never thought of a real life example of a linked list.
Yes.
So I was tricked at that time. So I took a pause of 5 to 6 seconds, and then whatever came in my mind, a real life example, still it was silly, but I told him that suppose a family or a team goes to a hotel for a night stay or for a longer stay, and there are no continuous rooms available. So the random rooms will be allocated to them, and the key of the next room or the address of the next room will be given to the previous room only. So each room will act as a node. It was a silly example, but whatever came in my mind at the time, I told them.
They're looking for the connectivity. I mean, how you answer those questions with and all that. So, yeah, you did it.
Yes. Yeah. So means till now I think that how silly answer was that, means it was not a perfect answer, but whatever came in my mind I told it. And then after that he moved to next programming logic question. He asked me the program to find the prime number, but he didn't ask me to write the code in the chat window. He just asked me to explain the logic, that how can we implement the program. So I told him how can we implement, and my main language is Python. I work on Python. So I told him according to Python, and then he asked some questions from that code, like how will you from what value to what value you will run the loop and all, like that questions. And then he started asking me questions about Python. So in Python, he asked questions like how to connect a Python program to database, what are the tools available, what tools did you use in your project, and other questions about database connectivity and all inside Python. So, and then he asked what is the difference between a list and a tuple. So it was an easy one, that what is the difference. And one difference that I told him, that list is mutable, and, sorry, mutable, and tuple is immutable. But one difference I told him was list is slower than tuple. Then he asked me why is tuple more fast or faster than list. So I knew this answer and I told him.
Okay.
So this
So,
question was over. Then yeah,
so this was your technical round, basically.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah, by
Yes,
then,
ma'am. Yeah, this was my technical.
okay, then there was only two panels, or there was three? I mean, what the other interviewed you?
Yes, three panelists were there. The next panelist was for MR round, managerial round, and she was a female panelist. So she started asking me some general questions uh, like I had mentioned in my resume that I have worked in some groups as a teamwork, and something else in social clubs, social groups like that. So he asked me that, according to you, what is the most difficult situation while working in a team? So I told her, according to my opinion, I told her that the most difficult situation is when any person, any team member has to leave the group due to some reason, some valid or invalid, any kind of reason. That's the most difficult time of a teamwork or a group work. Then she asked me why TCS. So I told her why TCS, because TCS is the number one company, leading IT company in Asia. So I wanted to join TCS, and my seniors and my relatives were already working in TCS. So I told her. Then she asked me. I had mentioned in my resume that I am a quick learner. So she told me that how can you justify that you are a quick learner? So I had to justify it with an example. So I told her that about a situation when I could not attend my classes for approximately 2-3 months in a semester, and after that I topped in that semester also. So my teachers say that you are a quick learner, and I justified with an real example. So she was satisfied, and then she asked the first interviewer who asked for me for the Aadhaar card. He was next to carry on. So he carried with the HR round, and in HR round he discussed me with my co-curricular activities, like my social groups, my uh, event management capabilities, and etc. So I told him that I was in a social group of my college where I visited old age homes, and orphanages and all. I told him about all that. So he asked questions about them in detail, like how did you handle the difficult situations while working in that group, like that. Then he asked me about my medals, because I had mentioned in my resume that I had received gold medal in my diploma, in my certificate, and in my 10th standard I had received Hindustan Pratibha Samman. So he started discussing about all this. After it was all over, then there was a funny question that when my interview was scheduled as at 5 p.m., but I joined only at 4:15 p.m. So maybe he got notified about that, and so he asked me that why you joined so early. So I told him honestly that last time in an interview I joined 5 to 10 minutes earlier, and the interviewer didn't join at all. I kept waiting for 3 to 4 hours, and the interviewer didn't join. So this time I wanted to be more careful and didn't wanted to take any chance. So I joined earlier. So he was laughing at that, but it went well. Then the last question that my interview was the interviewer asked me, "Do you have any questions for me?" So I asked him that how is the working environment in TCS? So he told me that the working environment is really good, and for freshers especially, the seniors or the experienced employees are so good to freshers, and there is a larger scope for learning. And then I asked him that how can I improve myself. So he told me a very good review about me. He told that your knowledge is good and you are good, and that all. And in this way, my interview was finished on 28th of November. And then I started waiting for the result, and I got my result on again 1 month later, on 25th of December at Christmas night. So it was a complete process of 2 months from the written exam to getting my final result. It was 2 months over. And after that, when I got result on 25th of December on Christmas, I started waiting for the offer letter. But my offer letter was displayed on my portal on 12th of January 2021. So I accepted the offer letter, and just I had to fill some preferences for the location and technologies that I want to work on. So I did all that, and after that, 12th January, I accepted the offer letter, and on 30 or 31st of January, they assigned me learning with that courses, and they take periodically exams for our betterment and check our learning progress. So
Okay.
this was the total journey, and in between I got the result of the written exam, that how much marks I had scored. So the total marks that I had scored was 1520 out of 1800. But I think the qualifying marks, the cutoff was approximately 1300 something, because some of my friends who got 1370 or 1380, they got selected from the written round. So I think the cutoff was only that, and I got 1520 marks, while I got very low marks in the coding section, because the programs were not compiled at all. So I got very low marks, but I was selected anyway, and everything went well, and now I am in my training phase.
Okay. So from your experience, it's clear that there are so much sections in an assessment. So if you are good at one, there's a high chance that you'll get selected. I mean, if you're, as you said, your
Yes,
code was not working well, but still you got selected because you have been excelled in the other sections. So it was pretty detailed.
yes, yes, sure.
So let me come up with how about your preparations? How you prepared for that? I mean, how do you made it from? You gone for any training courses or just viewed some videos or your graduation or your institute helped you? And how was that?
Okay, I started preparing from placement point of view when I entered in my final year. Well, before also I was concerned, but actually I didn't started my preparation. I consulted my seniors who were placed, so they told me that you should start practicing aptitude, and they suggested me the book of R.S. Agarwal Aptitude. So I bought that, and I started practicing the main chapters from that. So quantitative aptitude, I was totally dependent upon the R.S. Agarwal book, and the other part, the CS part, that was I will thank. I am thankful to Pratik sir for this, who helped me a lot, and he provided me with study materials and the videos that are available on the YouTube channel and other channels also. I took help from other channels also, so I am thankful to all of them. And I prepared the theory part from some of the Edureka questions and Pratik sir's study material from videos and all. And then the puzzle part that is asked in the written exam, that I also did from the YouTube videos, from Pratik sir's videos and some other videos also. And nothing other special preparation I did for the written round, just aptitude and some of the theory questions type, and the previous year questions. I watched and practiced much more previous year questions from YouTube, from Google, or from WhatsApp, or from anywhere that I could find. So I practiced more and more, and I think this was the key to crack the written exam. And written exam is not, we cannot say that it is much tough. It's just that your mind should work well at that time, because it happens that at the time of exam our mind stops working.
Yes, happens with
So
so much.
yes, it happens with me also, but at that time in the TCS exam, uh, my mind was working, so I did it all. And after that, when I got to know that I have been selected for an interview, then I started reading on interview questions of whatever the topics that I had written in my resume, be it DBMS, DBMS, Python, C, C++, and anything OS, data structures, whatever I had written in my resume. I started preparing interview questions for all those subjects, software engineering, and all that, from Edureka, from YouTube, or anywhere, Pratik Sir's study material. So those materials helped me a lot, and I noticed that the interviewer asked me the questions, whatever questions he asked me, were mostly from the questions that I had read for the interview preparation, whether it be from Google or from YouTube or from study material from anywhere. Most of the questions were matching with that.
Okay, so the
So it was
fundamentals,
also
the fundamentals of all these technical part was asked, right?
yes, fundamentals were asked, and the interview questions were like, when I prepared for Python interview questions, there were approximately 100 interview questions. Similarly with DBMS and other subjects. So most of the questions were within that 100 questions, because those 100 questions are based on the previous year's interview experiences. So most of the time, the same questions are repeated with the candidates.
Okay, so
So that
now, yeah, yeah, I can continue.
Yeah, I was telling that, so that the interview preparation kit or interview preparation material helped me a lot in cracking the interview.
So now, there's a tip. I mean, I wish to give you a tip to other candidates who are actively looking for job. That is it necessary to give full time on spending a full time on studying all this or cross checking all this, or just spend a little while on that? You can definitely crack this. Is it a hectic job to crack this online assessment test?
No, according to me, if I share my personal experience, I didn't spend more than 2 to 3 hours per day till my written exam. 2 to 3 hours was enough for me per day, and I practiced for not. I didn't practice for more than 2 months, and that was enough. That was the time, approximately 8 to 10 days, that I spent lot of times on reading and learning the interview questions of different subjects, because there were so many subjects that I had mentioned in my resume. So I had give time to prepare for them, as there was, because we were not sure that when our interview will be scheduled. Just I got the result on 10th of November, and my training and placement department officer told us that the interview may be on 11th, maybe on 12th, or maybe next month. It was not sure. So I started preparing day and night, because I didn't know how soon it can happen. But it happened after 18 days. So I gave 8 to 10 days, full 8 to 10 days to interview preparation, and that was enough for it. And after that, I made the notes, and I kept on revising that notes and that important questions. That was enough. So one can, anyone who is preparing for the interview or preparing for the written test, uh, can give 4 to 5 hours. If he or she can give 4 to 5 hours per day, it will be enough. the capabilities of everyone differs, so the time will differ for everyone. But for me, I think 4 to 5 hours is more than enough per day.
So you might have been attended more than the online assessment more than the TSCS, right? So you have been attended more.
Yes, yes,
Yes. So when you just
yes.
evaluate or analyze all the online assessment, if the question pattern was similar or the preparation that we make was general or there was some difference in that or not?
No, actually, it was almost same for every company. I have cleared written exams of so many companies like Capgemini, Infosys, TCS, Wipro, Techem, and others, Amazon and others. But the preparation strategy can be same, and my preparation strategy was also same for all the companies. But because some pattern, all the companies have a different pattern for exams. Like Capgemini had a different section, different round, like game-based aptitude. So for that, I had to prepare in an another way, because game-based aptitude I didn't have faced that type of aptitude earlier. So I prepared for that from YouTube channel, from Online Study for You, and in that way only every company has some, at least one section is different. Like in Infosys, the puzzle section was different. It had different kind of puzzles, so I had to prepare for puzzles, especially for Infosys. So, but basically, the verbal ability, the reasoning ability, the quantitative aptitude, the coding MCQ, these are the same for all the companies' written exam, and these are the basis.
Okay, so this is your success story to get placed in TCS. So from Rashida's experience, it is clear that you don't have to spend a great time or you don't have to get a great effort. You just have to be mindful. You just have your to contribute a few of minutes. I mean, few of the hours in a day to get placed. It's not a tough job if you are ready for that, and we are providing the materials for that, and you can get from net and whatever it may be, so you can prepare at, I mean, it's an easy job, right? If you are ready to do that, and you can go for the smart work also. That is, if you are really good at reasoning or coding or quantitative, you can select your criteria and work upon that. So it will contribute to your marking section. So if you one at the other one section, it will definitely cope up with the other. So this is how we have to do for the learning process, so as Rashida explained. So now, Rishida, once again, congratulations for your success. So let you have
Thank
so
you,
much
Deepika.
success stories like this day by day. So what now? What you have to our viewers to say? I mean, what are the tips that you could give?
Okay. I want to say that just keep trying and don't get demotivated. This is the most important point, that don't get demotivated even after a lot of failure if you have. In my case only, before getting selected into TCS, I got selected in a MNC, in an international company. I won't mention the name, but I got selected for a higher package for 7 LPA. And the interview was also very well. The interviewer's feedback was very well, means more than my expectation. So, and my college TPO confirmed me that if you will get selected for the package. Even if you are not selected for 7 LPA, they will select you for the 4 LPA definitely. So your selection is 100% confirmed. But even after that, I didn't get selected. Like, it was not that I didn't get selected, the result were not declared. For the higher package, there were two students from my college who were interviewed for the higher package. One was myself and one was another boy. But the results were not declared for the students who gave interview for 7 LPA. I still don't know that I am selected or not selected. But this I was demotivated. After that, I thought that I will not succeed anywhere and all that. But after that, when I got selected in TCS and the other companies also, then I realized that these are only the steps in the staircase of our success. So you don't get demotivated, keep trying, and that if you keep trying, I can guarantee that you will make to it one day for sure.
Yes. So, whole your story and all of your words was pretty motivating and inspiring. It will be great inspiration for all the aspirants who's actively looking for job. So, thank you, Rashida, once again, and congratulations again and again for your success, and let your journey go on smoothly like this. So, this is
Thank
the
you,
success
Deepika.
story of Rashida. So you can also make your success story. We are providing so much materials, so much courses regarding that. You can make use of that. So until I come up with another video regarding the interview experience and recruitment process and all, thank you. This is Deepika signing off. Online study for you.